Oh yeah. Hey everyone, how's it going? Give me a minute here. I'm just sharing this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. Just sharing it, dude. Yeah. So welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live. Hold on here a sec. There we go. Okay, Darth Vader fans. All right, there we go. All right. Term. Hmm. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute here, just doing some sharing. So, hey, Larry, how's it going? All right. So, yeah. All right. Okay. So, let's see here. All right. So, all right. Hmm, yeah. Okay. All right. So, be with you in a minute. All right. So, all right. Let's see here. Okay. What else? Groups anymore. It's Big Jim Blogcast Live. All right. So, okay. No, I love beer. All wrestling fans, fans of Darth Vader. Do. All right. So, whiskey lovers. All right. Okay. Blog. All right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. All right. Yeah. So, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live. Okay. Hmm. All right. So, yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of sharing. I'm like, there we go. All right. Classic TV, the Cigar Lounge, World Championship Wrestling. Can't forget Van Halen. All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, likes and loves for that. All right. So we can't forget about Um, hmm, remembering the original Van Halen, exclusively Van Halen. All right. So yeah, Van Halen forever. All right. The Ultimate Van Halen fan club. What else are we missing here? Who else are we missing? All right. Blog, blogging and vlogging. All right. So yeah. All right. That'll be like okay. All right. So okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Be like okay. All right. We didn't forget anybody. Um, hard rock, glam metal. There we go. Rubik's Cube. Moss Isley Cantina. There we are. And so, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So, get sending out the likes and the loves. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So, anyways, yeah. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live or version 6.0, episode 278. It is Sunday, January 28th, 2024. So, yeah. Hmm. A little early for that. That's Cactus Jack. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, it is Sunday, January 28th, 2024. This is episode 278 of Big Jim Vlogcast Live. Let's see here. Okay, so hmm, where are we here? So yeah. Hmm. All right. There we are. Big Jim Vlogcast Live. All right. So there we are. Okay. Like, all right, there we are. So, okay, all right. Hmm. All right. Yes, and my intro, like I said, welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278. For those of you who don't know me, Big Jim, I'm Jim. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live. It airs Sunday nights on Facebook, 7 p.m., maybe the occasional Fridays and the occasional wine o'clock Wednesday for 2024. We're now in our sixth year as Big Jim Blogcast Live debuted back in 2018. So this year, we've got more craft beer reviews. We've got a new craft beer review. I've done over maybe 250 craft beers. Tonight's craft beer comes to us from the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield. It's called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch. Yeah, we do craft beer reviews from like breweries right here in Sarnia to across Ontario to across Canada. Um, Paired with a good cigar, spirit, rum, whiskey, and tonight we're pairing it off with Crown Royal Vanilla and a good cigar, which I'm going to light up in a minute here. All right. Oh yeah. Uh, this is like Ramon Alban Habana from um, the Riverfront Cigars right in Sarnia here. Mm, mm. All right. Look. Mm. All right. And so, yeah, set that back there. Yeah. So, anyways, for like I said, 2024. The buzzwords here are retro, vintage, classic, nostalgia, and yesteryear. So, um, yeah, we talk about like classic movies, classic rock, classic uh, well, classic toys. We'll do the once in a while classic toys, classic TV, classic pro wrestling, classic rock with classic album interviews, along with this week in Van Halen history. Also, local events near you, bongos like this one. Boom. All right, bongos, countdowns, birthday shout outs to our friends, and my sidekick for 2024, Cactus Jack. Say hello, Cactus Jack. He also wishes people happy birthday. All right. So yeah, here we go. Uh we'll put him away. Yeah, the blogcast, Big Jim Blogcast Live. Well, it's seen in US and Canada, but now it's seen worldwide in the UK, Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, etc. Um mm, so yeah. mm. Huh. All right. So yeah, thank you for watching. Tune in, turn us on, and enjoy the show. Politics and religion are banned here, and we aren't spam. So, anyways, I should get this out of the way now. Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms you're listening your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So yeah, and I'm going to give shouts out to everybody watching the Sarnia Port Elgin group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Sarnia supporting Sarnia 2.0, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups. Um, yeah, all Chain Reaction. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Chain Reaction Canada. There we go. I'll post that right there. All right. So, yeah, all the Van Halen, all the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, vintage, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, the craft beer, cigars, uh, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, all the classic TV and movies, the birthdays, the bongos, the Rubik's Cube groups, and all the Terminator, Schwarzenegger fans, because we're doing a series on Terminator, all the Terminator movies. Let's see what we got here. Just counting out, like, all right. So, okay, like your post right on. All right. So, what do we got up here? All right. So, let's see this. All right. Okay. So, yeah, share your video right on. So, okay, so take a few snorts on this. Mm, 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 All right, and that is my cigar. That is a Ramon Alon's Havana from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Um, now, all right, so okay, I'll get you my disclaimer. I may say a few bad, dirty words tonight, like shit, damn, screw, fuck. Um, if you hear those, cover your ears, go to your safe space, grab a Kleenex, because I probably will say a lot of them tonight. So, and also I got like I'm just gonna randomly like do this all night long, try and get like on 10 turns, try and get like the Rubik's Cube groups. This is a classic Rubik's Cube toy from the 80s. So, yeah, all right. So, I'm going to try and get like one side actually for 10 turns. So, all right, and put it back in its big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. There we go, suitable for mornings. Before we get to my beer, I'll tell you what I got on tap. I'm gonna I'll give you some birthday shout outs, some countdowns, local events. We're gonna talk about Terminator 2, Judgment Day in our series of Terminator movies. Uh, a canceled TV show, Flesh and Blood from 1991. War Games DVD from the War Games, WCW NWA, history of the War Games, the sci-fi the Darth Vader suit, inner workings. You see the man, the myth, the legend back here. Um, our hockey card hero, Darren Helm, our classic game show host, Chuck Woolery, one hit wonder band, Little Caesar, and of course, always this week in Van Halen history. So here we go. Boom. Yeah. All right. So gong time. And it is 2024. 2024. Boom. All right. So here we go. So, anyways, and I forgot if you've got a complaint or a problem, or a compliment, call the hotline on your rotary phone or cell, 1-800 triple X multi X. You know, we take, all right. So, yeah. Um, all right. So that's the hotline. It's free to call. There. All right. So, okay. So, what do we, all right. So, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Sunday, January 28th, 2024. So rarely do I. All right. So, like I said, tonight's craft beer. Like I said, I've probably done over 250 craft beer reviews tonight, like over the course of 5 years. Um, my craft beer review. Okay, now before I open this, this is like it comes to me from Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario. It's Admiral Bayfield Kolsch beer. Now, okay, and I've got one of their glasses too. Now, before I do that, I'm gonna let like I do. Here's my rating system. So that's up close and personal. When I gave it a rating out of 10, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6 is the happy face with outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average. 5 to 1, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. There we go. I'll run it down. Take a good look at it. All right. So, yeah. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, I mean, what am I going to give it? A 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, a 1? Hang around, find out. Yeah, so I'll tell you right now if so, and what else? All right. So I've got this. Now, before we get going here, now, if you like craft beer and visiting craft breweries, this book is for you. It's called Ontario's Craft Beer Guide. It's a growler. It's $3. You pick it up in any craft brewery in Ontario or any LCBO, and it tells you about all the up-to-date craft breweries in Ontario, Canada. So it's handy wherever you live, whatever region you're in. So, all right. All right. There we go. Gong time. All right. So let's get rolling here. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Where else can I share this to? Um, all right. Oh, okay. Hmm. All right. Blog friends. There we go. Happy birthday wishes group. Okay. Sarnia Lambton's entertainment scene. There we go. Corona Beer Appreciation Society, TV Dads We Love. All right. There we go. Humans of. All right. There we go. I might get in trouble for that. Um, okay. So there we are. All right. 81. All right. So yeah. All right. So there we go. Tonight's craft beer, and here we go. It is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch. It's by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. I'll open her up. It doesn't see now. All right. So I've had this beer in my fridge for over a year now. So here we go. Pouring it up. There we are. Might have to wait a little bit for the it's got a good texture to it so far. All right. So okay, I might have to wait for that to go down. I've got like a correct, chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So, mm, all right. So yeah. Ramon Alvarez. Mm, mm. All right. So, okay. So maybe I just put this over here for a minute. My cigar over here. Um, all right. So, mm. All right. So here we go. I mean, it's going to be like, all right. So, all right. So I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. Here we go. Mm, mm. Not bad. Not bad. It's like a little bit of hoppy taste to it. This can, okay. Now, I don't know. All right. So this isn't, I'll tell you right now, this isn't going to get a 9 or a 10 out of me tonight. I'm going to say something first of all. This is a good beer. But it's all in the, for me. It's all in the presentation of the beer. This looked like they had like grade 9 student like right all over it. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, I mean, you could put some effort into this design here. I mean, come on. Mm, mm. I'll tell you right now, not a 9 or an 8, or not a 9 or a 10. We'll knock that off right now. I'm taking points off because of the can. So, mm, mm, a little bit of a hoppy aftertaste to it. There's no information on the can other than it's 4.6 uh, alcohol, the volume 473. Uh, Whatever. So it's Admiral Bayfield Kolsch beer. Top it up. Like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number. Mm. It's not going to be a 9 or a 10. I'll tell you that right now, based on the design on the poor design of the can. Presentation, I don't know if it's for you. It's everything for me. Mm. Mm. Dress it up a little, guys. Come on. Like, I mean, still, it's a good beer. Good beer. We'll put it back here for now. Um, yeah. So accompanying it is Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So, mm, mm, all right. Yeah. So yeah, tonight on tap. All right. So, mm, mm, mm. All right. Okay. And who is that? All right. Mm. All right. So yeah, good cigar here, a Ramon Alibis from Habana. It's from the Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And so yeah, it all right. So anyways, let me turn this not oh man. So I was close to getting like a blue side. And what other colors, hey, whatever, wherever the blogcast takes this cube. Like, I mean, fuck. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0. Um, Episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. We are going to get to some we are going to get to do some birthday shout outs. So, all right. Boom. All right. So, let's see here. All right. Birthday shout outs. All right. All right. All right, birthday shout outs. They go out to Stephen Morrison from January 22nd to the 28th. Stephen Morrison, Keith Highgate, Denise Hudbanger, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Jeannie Babanin, Shannon McCurry, Eddie Fanides, Heidi Jones, and Dan Champagne. All right. Happy birthday, everyone. I hope your birthdays were like kick ass, rocking and rolling. Um, all right. All right, I got to shut him off. All right. So, yeah. All right. A happy birthday from Big Jim Blogcast Live. I hope everybody's birthdays were rocking and rolling. So, yeah, your birthday is your special day. Reach out. Yeah. Get everything you can for free. All right. So, it's a birthdays. Happy birthday, Stephen Morrison, Keith Highgate, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Denise Hudbanger, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Jeannie Babinen, Shannon McCreary, Eddie Vandegees. Um, thank you. All right, Mac to Mac. Yeah. All right. So, and Heidi Jones and Dan Champagne. So, all right. Mm, 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 All right, good cigar here. Um, all right. So we'll get to some countdowns. All right. So, anyways, all right. So these are important events. Valentine's Day is in 17 days. So take note of that. Daylight savings time is in 42 days. St. Patrick's Day is in 49 days. Mother's Day is 105 days. 100 Father's Day is in 140 days. Um, Canada Day here in Canada is 155 days away. And our first long weekend of the year, the Victoria Day long weekend, is 113 days away. And everybody wants to know this. Okay, I already said it. Daylight savings time is 42 days away. And spring, everybody, we're shit deep in the middle of wintertime. Spring is only 51 days away. All right. God, I can't. I gotta. Yeah, yeah, like that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, like, like. All right. Yeah. Spring is only like 51 days away. So can't wait for that. Mm, mm. All right. So thank you for what this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278. It is Sunday, January 8th, 2024. And so, yeah. All right. So, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna, all right. Hello. All right. So, yeah. Um, okay. So, Sue, I see you've just joined us. Sue, our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like a good cigar. It's a um Osaka. Well, you're the world traveler, aren't you? Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like a great Cuban cigar and Crown Royal Vanilla. Mm, um, mm, mm, All right, our craft beer for tonight. It is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario. Now they're like on the off the strip. Now I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. Mm, mm. They give me no info on the can, so I'm going to tell you right now, this is not going to be a 9 or 10 out of 10 beer. They take I give points off for like the design of the can. It looks like a grade 9, grade 8 student just writ all over it. Um, but it's a good beer. I'm going to start it off by being a good spring beer. Mm, mm. It reminds me of a little bit of OB, so old vagina. Bayfield, like the Bayfield Brewing Company, they're in Bayfield, Ontario. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. There we go. Confirm. There we are. So, yeah. Great. Good. All right. So, anyways, take care of that. Anyways, yeah. Like I said, the Bayfield Brewing Company, they're like a boutique craft beer, craft brewery. So, mm, yeah. All right. So, like I said, it's not going to get a 9 or a 10 out of me tonight. Points off for the beer. So, throw it a if you want to throw it a number, feel free to do so. It's going to take me all like the blogcast to like um, get a read on it. I'll just top it up here. I'll put it back. Um, I brought back up one more. So, all right. All right. So yeah. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Bongo solo. Boom. I'm gonna read my notifications up here. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So, yeah. Um, mm, okay. So, yeah, like we got, like, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Yeah, fuck, we're having a good time. We've got the Rubik's Cube here tonight. I'm just gonna, like, do 10 turns at my own leisure here. Yeah, all right, fuck. So, yeah, let's see, one, two, three, four, five. Um, you know what? Fuck it. Like I've got this side, and then I've got this side, the and orange and blue. Or like, look at that. So, and for you Rubik's Cube fanatics watching, there you go. So I'll put it back in his Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. There we go. Enjoy your mornings with Big Jim Blogcast Live. So, all right. Mm, yeah. So what do we got here? Uh, two. All right. So, mm, mm, all right. And before we get going here, I am going to all right. So Big Jim Blogcast Live, we're not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. There's your podcast too. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Plus, I want to give shouts out for you watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia rocks, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Michelle, you guys rock. All like the Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, all the like Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, Darth Vader, all the pro wrestling groups, all the blog groups, all the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Um, um, hmm, and the Terminator Darth Vader groups. All right. So because we are going to look at Darth Vader's suit tonight. All right. So we're going to do some local events now. Oh yeah, bongo solo. Boom. All right. Okay. So here we go. Now, hmm, and yeah, like I said, we're not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. And Politics and religion are off limits here. We're here to have a good time. We're not here to rag on anybody. Um, so you know what? And fake profiles will be blocked. So I'll just tell you, I'm not gonna. I won't lose a second sleep over it. But anyways, yeah, local events. Now, for the longest time, a couple of years ago, COVID had a stranglehold on local events. The buzzwords were hiatus, rescheduled, canceled, postponed, but we don't have to wear masks anymore. So great, good. So here we go. Saturday, February 10th, 2024, 6 p.m. It's a Hearts for Youth Gala back to the 80s. Event by Sarnia Lambton Rebound at the Sunbridge Hotel in Point Edward, 1498 Venetian Boulevard. It's an all 80s party. Um, April 19th, 2024, Hysteria, a tribute to Def Leppard at Rustic. Oh, come on. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Hysteria, tribute to Def Leppard at Rustic in Sarnia. Ticketscene.ca events. Rustic, great little uh, music hall out there out in the outskirts of Sarnia. Saturday, February 24th, 2024, 8 p.m. Made in Canada, an Iron Maiden tribute, again at Rustic, a tribute to Iron Maiden. Tickets, www.ticketscene.ca. Sunday, April 14th. Keep your calendars open for this one. 2024, Sunday, April 14th, 2024, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. is the 9th annual Sarnia Pop Culture Show at Point Edward Memorial Arena, put on by like the Future Pastimes guys in Sarnia. Now, multi-genre. Uh, it's multi-genre with comics, cosplay, games, toys, and maybe celebrity guests. So that's where I met the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi. So it's $10 per entry. Friday, March 1st, 2024, 8 p.m. It's Riverside Unplugged at Bad Dog in Sarnia. Sunday, February 11th, 2 p.m. is Jazz Collective at Mod's Variety. Friday, February 23rd, 2024, at the Polish Hall in Sarnia is the band Rock Steady. It's $10 at the door, cash bar from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. So, um, Saturday, February 10th, 2024 at 8:30 p.m. Chain Reaction. Awesome band. Glenn and the guys really rock it up. When you go see Chain Reaction, you're getting the total 80s band experience. Glenn and the guys, like the best band in the world here, cover band in the world. All right. It's their first gig of 2024. They are going to be it's Valentine's Ladies Night at Rustic Music Hall. It's for the ladies, it's $5 cover charge, $5 drink special. tickets, www.ticketscene.ca. Again, Chain Reaction, Rustic. Um, yeah, Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Can't miss. It's going to be a good time with Chain Reaction at Rustic. So, yeah. All right. Saturday, February 3rd, 2024 at 7 p.m. It's the Elvis concert at Victoria Playhouse of Victoria by Paquette Productions. Do that. Go there. Saturday, March 2nd, 2024. 8 p.m. Have a cigar. It's a Pink Floyd tribute at Rustic. And that is it for our local events here. So yeah, fuck. You like all right. So there we all right. Boom. Yeah, bongo solo. All right. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So yeah. Okay. Say hi, Cactus Jack. Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0. All right. All right. Fuck. Here's my sidekick. He's going to be with us for most of 2024 is Cactus Jack. All right. So craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a great cigar. Uh, Ramon Alon, Ramon Alon's Cabana by the um, Riverfront Cigars here, right in Sarnia. Mm, mm. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Our, like I said, our craft beer for tonight, and it's accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Um, mm, okay. Mm, mm, mm. It is. Oh yeah. All right. Whoa. It is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch. It is by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. I'm going to top that up. Trying it for the very first time tonight. Mm, good beer, but right off the bat, I'm going to say it's not going to be a 9 or a 10 beer. It's just the presentation. This can alone, that tells me like they put little preparation into the can. Presentation is, I don't know about you, but it looks like a grade 9 or grade 9, grade 8 student just wrote it all over it, just like haphazardly. But I'm going to start it off by saying it's going to be a good spring beer. Mm, mm. All right. Yeah, and I do have their glass here. It's like the yeah. So and look at the texture of it. Does remind me a little bit of OV. So old vagina. If you like old Vienna, old vagina. So just put it back like mm. And when I do these craft beer reviews, you know what? I don't go, I don't go, well, sure, it's a very exquisite highbrow tasting type. No, you know what? I just go with my gut on it. And so I just do what my gut says. And I'm going to give it a rating all through out of 10 at the end of the blogcast. So if you're still here, sticking around, feel free to throw out a number like a lot of people have done in the past. So let's put it back here for now. Um, Again, it's Admiral Bayfield Kolsch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. They are on Highway 21. You got to turn off a little. And they're a boutique. I've been in there, and and it's like kind of like a little boutique high end craft brewery. So, all right. So yeah, mm, all right. So okay, boom. Okay, so yeah, all right. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024, and we get to and before we get to that, I'm gonna say if you've got any compliments or complaints, you can use your rotary phone, call up the hotline, Big Jim Blogcast Live version okay, 1-800 triple X multi X. There we go. call me up with your complaints or compliments, and I'll do my best to address those. Like 1-800 triple X multi X. There we go. So there we go. All right. Okay. All right. Boom. All right. So yeah. Hmm. Okay. And once again, get us started off. I'm going to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So, want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin group, especially Sarnia Rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Michelle, you guys rock. Chain Reaction, great band, awesome band. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, hard rock, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigar, Star Wars, Darth Vader, pro wrestling groups, all the blog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Darth Vader groups. Right on. So here we go. Okay. All right. In a series today, last week we looked at Terminator, the original Terminator movie. We're going to look at the Terminator 2 Judgment Day sequel. All right. So here we go. Okay. So you've got, all right. So this time around, okay. So, okay. So we've got, all right. So Terminator 2 Judgment Day, we've got all right. So, yeah, like I said, last week we looked at the Terminator movie, and I've got a collection of them here. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Of course, it was a box office smash. I'm not going to get into the box office and gross on it. Released July 3rd, 1991. Cast Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator T-800. Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. Edward Furlong as John Connor. Robert Patrick is a T-1000. There we go. Oh, yeah. Mm. All right. So there we go. All right. So, yeah, the Robert Patrick right there. Um, and yeah. All right. So, yeah. Earl Bowen is Dr. Peter Cyberman. Joe Martin as uh, Dyson, Danny or Mr. Dyson. Now the plot in 2020, of course, everybody, I'm going to go over. You've seen this, so there's going to I don't no need to say I'm going to have some spoilers. 2029, Skynet sends back the T-1000 Terminator. He is now made. This Terminator is made of liquid metal. Um, yeah, this guy right here. All right, so um, to kill resistance leader John Connor. All right, so yeah, there we go. There's a good, better one right there. The resistance sends back a reprogrammed T-800 Terminator like this guy to protect John. Now, 1995, Los Angeles. Sarah Connor is in Pescadero State Hospital for trying to prevent Judgment Day, which is going to happen on August 29th, 1997. Now, the T-1000 locates John, tries to kill him. The T-800 saves John. The T-1000 has already killed John's foster parents. The T-800, John helped Sarah escape from the hospital. The T-1000 is already after them. Sarah, John, and T-800 meet Miles Dyson, the creator of the main processor that is central to the creation of Skynet. They reveal the consequences of Dyson's work. The processor was from the 1984 Terminator. Dyson detonates explosives to destroy his lab and his creation. T-100 comes after Sarah, John, and T-800 in a steel mill. Both Terminators fight. Sarah and John push the T-1000 into a vat of molten steel. Within and it disintegrates. The T-800 says he must be destroyed in order to prevent it from being a foundation for Skynet. So there we go. Here's some here's the movie. there's the Terminator himself, T-800. Um, there's Edward Furlong. There we go. There's one right there. Uh, you, okay. There he is. And yeah, so I'm going to keep this one for later. Um, all right. So, okay. So a little bit of trivia there. There's like Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton. Um, hmm, all right. So, hmm. And yeah, this one there's the maniacal like T-1000 played by Robert Patrick. Um, it made of like liquid metal, polymimetic alloy. His ability to liquefy and assume forms. So, all right. So, mm, he can only be destroyed at extreme temperatures. So, and I did post like, mm, all right. So I did post several scenes from the movie, the trailer of Terminator 2 Judgment Day on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So yeah, um, yeah. So this DVD, I found it like at Goodwill. So um, wait a minute, Goodwill or Value Village. So yeah. But anyways, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and yeah. So it I like I said, posted scenes from the movie on my blogcast page, my Facebook pages, um, and interviews with the Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton and James Cameron. So there we go. All right. Talese, yes, Talese. Thank you, Susan. All right. So yeah. Mm, okay. All right. Oh, be back. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. All right. Okay. That is a good cigar. Um, all right. Boom. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Got a good cigar going on here. All right. All right. It is like a Ramon Alon's Havana from like Riverfront Cigars here in Sarnia. Uh, tonight's craft beer, accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Mm, all right. So, mm, mm. So yeah, tonight's craft beer. It is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. Mm, mm. Good beer, but I'm going to tell everybody right now it's not going to get a 9 or a 10. I'm knocking points off for like the the cover of the can, because to me, presentation is everything. So if you want to give it a rating out of 10 later on, like throw out a number, feel free to do so. Um, it's a good spring beer. Mm, mm, goes down smoothly. Yeah. So, um, yeah, Bayfield Brewing Company, located in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Um, hmm, all right, so got to get a reading on it all through the blogcast. So let's see, just top this up a little, put this back here. Um, all right, so yeah, all right. So, anyways, yeah, fuck. Mm, mm, mm. All right, so. Mm. Okay, and I've got like my Rubik's Cube, you know, 5 turns here. So let's see if I can get like all right, so there we go. I tried to get the blue, um, little few more turns here, and I could like fuck man. Um, the only like look at the blue, the orange, and what else? The red. Um, fuck. All right. So I'll be doing this all year long. So throughout the blogcast, I'm not gonna worry. Like so. Anyways, yeah. So it's called Cube Time now. So all right, put that back in its Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right. So Okay. So as we get to our mm, mm, all right. So yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278. It is Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Mm, mm. All right. So yeah. Um it we move on now to our canceled TV show. Now, I remember watching this way back in 1991. It was called Flesh and Blood. It aired on NBC from the 1991-1992 season. It one season, 12 episodes, but only 8 were aired. Um, Premiered it ran from September 19th, 1991 to November 15th, 1991. Now, here's the cast of Flesh and Blood. So, Hmm. All right. So the premise: Assistant District Attorney Rachel Brennan was put up for adoption by her birth mother. All right. So, hmm, um, hmm. She longs to meet up with her birth mother. Arlo Weed, a Southern redneck con man, shows up in her life claiming to be her long lost brother. Arlo was a widow with 3 children who wound his way into Rachel's home in her life. Other characters were Marty Travis. He was an investigator who had a thing for Rachel. Irene, uh, Rachel's security, wanted to be with Arlo. And the cast was Lisa Darr, played by Rachel Brennan. Um, it David Keith played Arlo Weed. Perry Gilpin, you'll recognize later on from Frasier, played Irene, and Perry Anzotti played Marty Travers. So NBC, they put Flesh and Blood into the Friday night fall lineup, 9 to 9:30. Basically, it was up against uh, the CBS Friday Night Movie and ABC's Perfect Strangers. Now, of course, it died a quick death. This TV show also reminded me of the Beverly Hillbillies. So, um, and it was canceled right after 12 episodes. So there we go. That's the Flesh and Blood. Um, so yeah, and I did post the trailer, the several vignettes, several videos of the trailer, and several clips from the TV show on the blogcast pages and my Facebook page. So look out for that. So, all right. Boom. All right. Boom. Yeah. Bongo solo there. All right. Mm. And here's Cactus Jack to say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Big Jim Blogcast Live. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. All right. He will be with me all through 2024. My co-pilot, right on. So, mm, mm. All right. So once again, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28, 2024. I want to get out of the way. This blogcast is not spam. Oh, like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where it's your podcast too. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Want to give shouts out to be watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Um, Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Sporting Sarnia 2.0. All the Chain Reaction, great band there. All the pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgia groups. All the hard rock, hair metal, classic rock, Van Halen groups. All like the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, Darth Vader, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's. Right on. So, okay. Our craft beer for tonight, got a good cigar going with it. Mm, mm. All right. So, our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Um, mm, all right. So, mm, um, yeah, craft beer for tonight is called uh, Admiral Bayfield Kolsch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario. So I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. Mm, mm, yeah, damn good beer. But I'm going to tell everybody right off the bat, it's not going to be a 9 or a 10. It may not be an 8. Mainly for me, it's the presentation of this. It looks like, a preschooler or a grade schooler just scribbled on like the scribbled with a Sharpie on the can. Like, you guys put some more imagination into your can covers here. So, yeah, but I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number. This is going to be a good spring beer. Mm, mm. It goes down smoothly. I'm just going to top it up here a little bit. So there we go. Admiral Bayfield Colch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. So, yeah. All right. So, okay. Bam. That deserves like a bongo solo in itself. All right. So, yeah. Mm, mm. All right. So, anyways, as we move on, mm, all right. So, yeah, as we move on to like WCW War Games. Now, all right. So, okay. All right. So, yeah. Um, all right. So, anyways, all right. War Games, WCW, originated out of the NWA, so National Wrestling Alliance. This is the best of WCW's War Games 3D set, three disc set. It was created actually. Dusty Rhodes, this gentleman here in the polka dots, created War Games, and it was inspired by Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. So, yeah, it was match consists of 2 out of 3 teams with 3 to 5 wrestlers facing off in a staggered time 30-minute format, 2 rings with a rectangular cage. There it is right there. So, all right. So War Games. Um, doors are at the front covers of the cages. Um, yeah, 2 members of each team enter the cage after 5 minutes. Another member of the team enters the cage. It's 2-on-1 handicap, and after 2 minutes, wrestlers would enter the ring to even the odds. Now, Dusty Rhodes hosts this DVD. Um, Dusty tells us how uh, he created War Games along with the co-creator Klondike Bill. July 4th, like the best. You've got Disc One, July 4th, 1987, the Great American Bash in Atlanta, Georgia. Dusty Rhodes, Road Warriors, Nikita Koloff, Paul Ellering versus the Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. Yeah, so you got these guys facing off with these two. Um, and plus Magnum TA was in there too. Yeah, so um, yeah, so all right, so mm, Dusty, yeah, July 10th, 1988, the Tower of Doom match, the Great American Bash, Road Warriors, Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Ron Garvin, Jimmy Garvin versus Kevin Sullivan, Mike Rotunda, Al Perez, Nikita Koloff. You have July 23rd, 1989, Great American Bash, Road Warriors, Midnight Express, Dr. Death, Steve Williams versus Fabulous Freebirds, Samoan SWAT team. Disc 2, you've had May 12th, 1992, WCW Wrestle War. Sting, Nikita Koloff, Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, Barry Windham versus Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, Steve Austin, Larry Zbyszko, and Rick Rude. December 19th, 1993, the WCW Fall Brawl. Sting, Davey Boy Smith, Dustin Rhodes, Shockmaster versus Sid Vicious, Vader, Harlem Heat. Disc 3, yeah, fuck. This takes us right up into the WCW like this street, September 17th, 1995, WCW Fall Brawl, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Lex Luger, and Sting versus Dungeon of Doom, Kamala, Zodiac, and Ming. September 4th, 2000, WCW Monday Nitro War Games 2000 match, Sting, Booker T, Goldberg, Chronic versus Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, and the and like the Steiner brothers. So yeah, it you've got like yeah, you've got all three discs, but the history of war games, there it is, brutal, very brutal. So I grew up watching that. So and I did post like several matches from um, the NWA, WCW, on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it, like it. Yeah. So a lot of like, you know, you had back in the day, you had like for people to, for the wrestlers that competed in this, you had like Dusty Rhodes, you had like Magnum TA, uh, you had the Road Warriors, you had like the uh, the Four Horsemen compete in that, and it can be bloody and brutal. So, all right. Mm. Um, yeah, and it was originated out of the NWA National Wrestling Alliance. So, okay, so yeah, mm. All right. So, and I did, like I said, if you get a chance to, if you ever see this DVD, pick it up because it's got a lot of great stuff on here, a lot of great matches on here, old school and right up to like when WCW, the tail end of WCW. So yeah, and the NWO, Lex Luger, and all that. And I did post several like matches and interviews on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for it. So yeah. Mm. All right. Mm. Mm. Okay. So doing a little bit of toggling here. Yeah. So what are our notifications here? All right. So yeah. Let's see. Move it around. There we go. Mm. 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 All right. So yeah. All right. Bongo solo. Boom. All right. So, and we're gonna do some cube time here. Let's turn the page. There we go. All right. So we're gonna try and get like, come on, man. Fuck. Okay. So there we go. It's a little bit sticky. I don't know why. It's an old Rubik's Cube. So for you Rubik's, still, I'm gonna try either by blue or um red. I'm going to try and get like try and get a full color side here. So right now, fuck. All right. So okay. So the only sides I can get were blue and orange there. So all right. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like uh, a good cigar, like mm, Ramon out of Habana. There we go. There's a close up of it. Mm. Okay. So, hmm, hmm. All right. So, yeah. Hmm. Ah, screw it. Hmm. All right. Oh, hmm, hmm. Okay. No. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Yeah. Oh, definitely a good cigar. Our craft beer night accompanied by that cigar, and accompanied by like Crown Royal Vanilla. Um, it is called, hmm, it is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch and is by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Gonna top that up. Tried this beer for the very first time tonight. Trying it for the very first time tonight. Goes down smoothly. There's no info on the can. This is going to be a good spring beer. Reminds me a little bit of like OV. Um, but I got to knock points off for like the design of the can. You could put a better design into this can, guys. Like, I mean, come on. Looks like a grade schooler took a Sharpie to it and just it was an afterthought. So, but it's a good beer. Mm. I'm going to give it a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw in a number. But it's not going to be 9 or 10. It's not that. So, all right. Mm. All right. And I'm going to tell you right now, there may be a bathroom break. So there we go. All right. All right. So this is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. All right. Mm, mm, all right. So getting some ashes on me. Now, all right. So anyhow, mm, mm, all right. Mm. We get into our like all right. So with the most speaking of angry, pissed off cyborgs, here's Darth Vader. Now, yeah, anybody who like oh, I got some notifications here. All right. So all right, so we move that around. All right. So if you're curious about this, the inner workings of the suit, I've got it right here. So, anyways, we've got, all right, just take this and this. So I picked, this was Darth Vader. This is the 3D construction log. So the specs book. So this goes over like all right. So right here, the helmet. There we go. As you can see, um, it's got solid medical pressurized steel. There we go. All right. So we'll do it like that. The mask. All right. So the mask, the collar, chest armor. Um, we've got like the gloves, boots, and how, look at that. So there we go. The belt and chest box. As yeah, so it's a lot of informative, the bodysuit, cushion coverage, lightweight construction. There's a lot of tech notes in here. Um, we've got the prosthetic limbs. There we go. The still, there we go. The lightsaber, skeleton, all right. The biology, meditation, implants and organic components, um, skeleton and nerves, cape. But yeah, I picked this up in Barnes and Noble about in the States for basically like 12 bucks. So in the US, Canada, this would cost over 25 bucks. But uh, if you ever see this in like in in states and Barnes and Noble, pick it up. Like fuck, it's like I said, you've got the 3D thing here. You've got like it tells you how he was constructed. It goes over in great detail, and there's many tech notes on here, med tech notes about he didn't Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker as he was called had no anesthesia. They did it all through, and it was he felt everything. Felt a lot of pain while going through like the transformation of Darth Vader on the operating table. So yeah, even it tells you everything you need to know. And I did post several of Darth Vader's like suit specs, the technical suit specs on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for it, like it. So yeah, it's a 3D reconstruction. So yeah, pick it up. All right. So yeah. All right. So here we go. Yeah, and it like you talk about one angry, pissed off cyborg. Here we go. It just goes from that like tells you how he constructed the helmet, how they like put on the helmet, the vicorder, his vision vicorder, what these are, these functions are, his prosthetic limbs, uh, all sorts of like that. So there we go. Whoa, uh, you're a traitor and a threat to the. You're a part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. Fuck. Yeah. All right. So there we go. That's from you go from the Terminator to this pissed off cyborg. Now, I wonder who would win in a fight between Darth Vader and the Terminator. So, all right. So there we go. Mm. Well, I'll just place him back here. You don't want to piss him off. So yeah. Mm. Mm. Got a good cigar going on here. Mm. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278. All right. So, yeah, there may be a bathroom break coming up. Just warning you right now. So, mm. All right. So, and yeah, here's my sidekick. All right. Ah. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. All right. So, yeah, Cactus Jack, my partner in crime for this year, 2024. It is 2024. So, all right, yeah. Woo. All right. So, oh, and if you've got I know. Uh, if you've got customer, if you've got complaints or compliments, use your rotary phone or your cell. Call 1-800 triple X multi X. I'll do my best to address all those concerns. Call the hotline. There we go. All right. So there we go. Okay. Hmm. All right. So yeah. Whew, 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 whew. Wow. Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So yeah, we've got a good craft beer going, good cigar going, good spirit whiskey. Yeah. So um all right. So man, hmm. Before we get to that, before we get to our hockey card hero, I want to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms where you should podcast to. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out for you watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. Sarnia Rocks, Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Chain Reaction, Glenn, great band, awesome band. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the hair metal, hard rock, classic rock, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer cigars, all the Star Wars, Darth Vader sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, birthday groups, bongos, Rubik's group, cube groups, right on. You guys rock. So, all right. As we get to our our hockey card hero for tonight, he is Darren Helm. All right, and there's his card, hockey card, right on. There we go. So, yeah, with his stats on the back. Um, yeah, so he was all right. So, hmm, hmm, all right. So he was born January 21st, 1987 in St. Andrews, Manitoba, Canada. Canadian boy. Height 5'11", 192 pounds. Now his junior career, 2003-04 season, starts playing with the Selkirk Fishermen of the Keystone Junior Hockey League, leading the lead in scoring 73 points in 34 games. That led to the Fishermen to the league championship. 04-05 season begins a 3-year major junior career, played for the Medicine Hat Tigers, the WHL, earning him 24 points in his rookie season, and 2 goals, 6 assists, and 13 playoff games. In the 2005 NHL entry draft, the Red Wings draft the Red Wings. Hmm, draft Helm. He signs a 3-year entry-level contract on September 27, 2006. He returns to the Tigers in his third final season, 06-07, to lead the team in the China Cup Championship. Season 2007-2008, he's assigned to the Red Wings to play for the Grand Rapids Griffins. He's called back up on March 13, 2008 by the Wings, plays his first NHL game March 13, 2008. Contributes 2 goals and 2 assists, played 18 playoff games in the Red Wings, helped the Red Wings win their 11th Stanley Cup. The 08-09 season, he helped Wings advance the Western Conference Finals. He scores 5 playoff goals in that season. The 09-10 season, he was placed as a regular 4th line center. Red Wings signed him to a 2-year contract extension following the season. 2012-13 at Red Wings training camp, he was diagnosed with chronic back condition that made him miss 1 game in the 2012-2013 season. And for the first half of the 2013-14 season, March 29th, 2014, he scores his first hat trick against the Toronto Maple Leafs. July 1st, 2016, he signed a 5-year, $19 million contract extension with the Red Wings. Career 112 goals, 139 assists in 744 regular season games. Now, July 29th, 2021, he becomes a free agent and signs a 1-year contract with the Colorado Avalanche. So now I posted several of his highlights on my blogcast page, my Facebook page, both my blogcast pages. This guy's a real scrapper, like he's a real fighter. Doesn't take any shit from anybody on the ice. So that is your hockey card hero for tonight, Darren Helm. There's his hockey card with his stats on the back. There we go. Yeah. So all right. Fuck. I'm gonna tell you guys there might be a bathroom break later on. Fuck. Maybe in a few minutes. Fuck. Mm. 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 I'm going to go do this now. I'll be right back. Bathroom break. Amuse yourselves. All right. Okay. All right. I'm back. That only took a few seconds. So, yeah. All right. So, whew, all right. So, before we get to our our classic game show host, all right. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Boom. All right. Bongo solo here. Boom. All right. So what do we got here? So I'm just reading my notifications. All right. So there we go. All right. So just toggle that. Before we get to our classic game show host, um, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. This blogcast, I tell you right now, it's not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. Or listen to podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So shouts out to you watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0, Chain Reaction, great band there. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, Little Caesar, all the craft beer cigar groups, all the Star Wars, sci-fi, Darth Vader groups, the pro wrestling groups, all the blog groups, all the classic TV and movies, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, birthday groups, bongos, Rubik's. Right on. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a good cigar, Cuban. Mm, mm. our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Um, mm, good pairing tonight. Fuck. Mm, mm. All right. So our craft beer for tonight, it is called Admiral Bayfield Colch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Mm. As I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. It's a good spring beer, goes down smoothly. Reminds me a little bit of OV. Um, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm knocking points off for the can design. So come on, looks like a bunch of like grade schoolers took a Sharpie to it. Come on, you guys can do better than like put some imagination into your can covers. So mm, top it up. Now, the Bayfield Brewing Company, they're one of those high-end boutique like um craft breweries. Like they're you gotta like wait, Bayfield is on Highway 21, turn off, and then there's like surrounded by all these little summer shops. So mm, mm, mm. All right. Good spring beer. Goes down smoothly. I'm going to give a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. If you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number like you've done it. So many people have done in the past. So, all right. So as we move on, um, all right. So, boom, bongo solo. All right. So, mm, all right. Mm, all right. So, yeah, let me fix that. Mm. Now, all right. So, yeah, all right. Our classic game show host tonight is none other than Mr. Smooth, Suave, and Handsome, 2 and 2, Chuck Woolery. You best know him from like Love Connection. All right. So we'll get to that later. So he was born March 16th, 1941, in Ashland, Kentucky, in the U.S. He served 2 years in like the U.S. Navy after graduating from high school. He had a music career. Mr. Woolery played the double bass guitar and was a singer with the trio The Bordermen and had a top 40 hit in 1968 with like Naturally Stoned with like the duo Avant Garde on Columbia Records. In 1970, he went solo, signed with RCA Records, releasing 2 singles that failed to chart. He turned to acting, but returned to like singing in the late 70s, 1977 and 1980, recording for Warner Brothers and Epic Records. Now, his acting career, of course, Chuck is best known as a game show host. He was the first host of Wheel of Fortune from January 1975 till December of 1981. Left in a salary dispute, as we all know, Pat Sajak took over the hosting duties for Wheel of Fortune. He went on to host The Dating Game, Greed, Scrabble, Lingo, The Chuck Woolery Show, The Big Spin, and of course, The Love Connection. All right, we'll be back in 2 and 2. All right, so and he also hosted a nationwide syndicated radio show called since he's so sorry he's since 2012 he's hosted a syndicated radio show called Save Us Chuck Woolery. Save us from what? I don't know. TV and movie roles. He had like movie role sitcoms like 227 Love American Style, Six Pack, Cold Feet. 2004 he played like himself on the TV show Scrubs, and 2014 he still hosts a podcast called Blunt Force Truth. So there's our classic game show host, Mr. Chuck Woolery. So the Love Connection, and I did post like interviews with Chuck Woolery, and it's based like all of his a few of his game show hosting stints on my blogcast page and my Facebook pages. So look for it, like it. There's our classic game show host tonight, Mr. Chuck Woolery. So there we go. All right. So we'll be back in 2 and 2. Ha! With his like cutie little smile there. Fuck. All right. So. mm, all right. So yeah. Mm. Okay. And so, yeah. All right. Bongo solo there. All right. Boom. We've got like Cactus Jack here. All right. So say hello, Cactus. All right. All right. Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6 point episode 278. Sunday, January 28th, 2024. All right. Yeah, he repeats everything I say. So, all right. So, yeah. Mm. Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. He's going to be my like co-pilot for like this year, for also 2024. Mm. 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 Good cigar here. Fuck yeah. Mm. It is. I brought back up too. So it's a Ramon Alon's Habana. There's a close up of it. Mm. 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 All right. So yeah, we've got like our Rubik's Cube here tonight. Just checking out a few notifications. All right. So yeah. Mm. Um, all right. So, last year I destroyed an original Rubik's Cube, not like off camera. I got it. This was a classic one. So, anyways, here we go with like 10 turns. All right. So I'm gonna try and get a full. Okay, come on, man. Fuck. All right. So there we go. All right. So there we go. One, uh, two, three, four, um, five, six, seven, eight, uh, hmm, nine, and 10. So there we go. That's the whole green. Didn't have it, so I'll put it back, and it's like holster here. Hmm. Big Jim Blogcast Live coffee mug. All right. So yeah, as we move on now to our like classic one-hit wonder band. Um, they are called Little Caesar. All right. And they were formed in Los Angeles, California. The original members here were Ron Young on vocals, Tom Morris on drums, Lauren Malone on guitar, Fidel Pano on bass guitar, and Mark Tremolane on guitar. Now, it was formed in 19. They were Ron Young formed it, Little Caesar, in 1987 in Los Angeles, California. Little Caesar released an EP and featured on the 1989 Metal Blade compilation Street Survivors uh, with one song, Down to the Wire. Now, they were signed with DGC Records, an offshoot label of Geffen Records in 1989. John Kalodner and the A&R group worked for the band. And Bob Rock, Metallica produced. Bob Rock, who produced Metallica and Motley Crue, produced their self-titled debut, Little Caesar. Um, Little Caesar did a singles cover of Aretha Franklin's song "Chain of Fools," which sounded pretty damn good. Um, chain, 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 chain of fools, down, down, down. Little Caesar, because of that song, Little Caesar hit like 139 on the U.S. Billboard 200 album chart in 1990. Now, Ron Young, he had a brief cameo in Terminator. Now, here's the picture. There's Ron Young of like Little Caesar right there in one of the background tough guys. So there we go. Um, yeah. So, all right. So, all right. We'll put that back right there. Um, it he had a brief but small role in Terminator 2 as a biker getting thrown out of a bar by Arnold Schwarzenegger. MTV, um, they limited their exposure. They weren't pretty boys by any chance of the stretch of the. They weren't pretty. So second album, Influence, released in 1992, failed to chart. And by this time, Bob Rock wasn't even working with the band. They were dropped by their label in the rise of grunge music. Little Caesar broke up. It was a reunion in 2001. They released a new album, had a new guitar player. Little Caesar, they tour today. Like they still tour today. They played festivals in Europe, Canada, and the US. So, all right, there's Little Caesar, there's the band. Um, and I did post their their video for Chain of Fools on my blogcast page, my Facebook page. Aretha Franklin herself gave the huge thumbs up to this band for covering Chain of Fools. She liked it a lot, so that says something. All right. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. They weren't, like I said, they weren't MTV. They weren't the MTV Pretty Boys like Motley Crue and Poison were. Oh, mm, mm. All right. All right. There might be another bathroom break. Oh fuck. Well, okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Bathroom break. Fuck. Oh. Oh yeah. I'm back. Coming back. Yeah, that beer goes through me. Fuck. Anywho. Yeah. Fuck. Um, the thing about these craft beer reviews, you might have a couple of bathroom breaks there. So, all right, bongo solo, boom. All right, okay. So, yeah, we got Cactus Jack going on here. All right. So, hey, yeah, swing it, bud. Right. So, yeah, that is Cactus Jack. He is going to be with us all year long. So, all right, boom. All right. So, mm, 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 mm. All right. So yeah. Okay. Hold on here, Jack. All right. So. All right. Oh. Mm. All right. So yeah. I posted like that video. And a few other videos from Little Caesar on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Like it. Look for it. Like it. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Fuck. This is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. And before we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast, I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. Like us, share, subscribe to us. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms, which your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shout out to you watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. Sporting Sarnia 2.0, Chain Reaction, Glenn, great band there. All the pop culture, retro classic, nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, Darth Vader groups, all the pro wrestling groups, all the blog groups, all the classic TV and movies, Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, right on. So our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by a great cigar. Mm, mm. Craft beer for tonight, accompanied by like Crown Royal Vanilla. Mm, mm. All right, so cheers, everyone. Mm, mm. All right, our craft beer for tonight, and it is called Admiral Bayfield Kolsch. I'm going to top it up. Mm. And that is by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Mm. Trying this beer for the very first time tonight. It's a good beer, goes down really smoothly. Um, Heather, I see you're watching. Great, good. Now, I'm not going to give this a 9 or a 10 based on like, but let alone, this is a good spring beer. Good spring beer, good back deck beer, good start of spring beer. Um, like, look at the can. I'm taking points off for that because it looks like a grade schooler just took a Sharpie to it. Got Bayfield Brewing Company, put some more effort into your like can design there. So, all right. So here we go. Mm, mm. And I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, feel free to throw out a number like I have so many people have done in the past. So, all right. So, okay. Mm, mm. All right. So, yeah. Mm, mm. All right. Boom. Bongo solo here. All right. So, yeah. Now we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. Mm. It's called This Week in Van Halen History. All right. All right. Okay. So this week in Van Halen history covers January 22nd to January 28th. Uh, January 22nd, 1978, Sammy Hagar plays the Paramount Northwest in Seattle, Washington. January 22nd, 2014, Edward Van Halen attends the NAMM convention held at the Convention Center in Anaheim, California, National Association of Music Merchants. January 23rd, 1992, Van Halen plays the Memorial Coliseum in Portland, Oregon. January 23rd, 1984, David Lee Roth is interviewed by Lisa Robinson. Um, mm, all right. Um, all right. So, and January 24th, 1995, Van Halen released Balance. January 24th, 2008, Van Halen plays the ATF Center in San Antonio, Texas. January 25th, 1984, Van Halen plays the Mid South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. January 26th, 1955, Edward Van Halen, if he would have lived, would have turned 69 years old. Happy birthday. He is born to Jan and Eugenia Van Halen in Amsterdam, Holland. So happy birthday. Cheers to you, Mr. Van Halen. Hmm. All right. So, all right. Uh, January 26th, 1988, David Lee Roth releases Skyscraper. Uh, January 26th, 1987, David Lee Roth plays the War Memorial in Syracuse, New York. January 27th, 1995, Van Halen plays a secret show at the Luxor in Arnhem, Holland. January 27th, 1978, David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar plays the Swing Auditorium in San Bernardino, California. And January 28th, 1985, David Lee Roth releases his first solo EP, Crazy from the Heat. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. Right on. So, all right. So, yeah. Mm, okay. So, mm, I'll get to the beer shortly. I'll rate it shortly. Fuck. Yeah. So, boom. All right. Mm, mm. All right. Likes and loves. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, there we go. All right. So, all right. So, yeah, lots of likes and loves for that. Mm, mm. All right. So, we're going to do some cube time here before we rate the beer. 10. All right. there we go. It's an old Rubik's Cube. I'm not going to concern myself. All right, 10 tries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, uh, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And did I get any side? No, I did not. So I'll put it back in its Big Jig Blogcast Live coffee mug. There we go. Boom. All right. So yeah. All right. So mm, okay. So anyways, yeah, but for now, um, all right. So here's the time. Okay, so what am I gonna give this beer? What am I gonna give it? I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10, 3, 4, um, 2. All right. So the suspense is building. So I thought long and hard about this. I'm going to give it one last try. So remember my beer rating system. Um, yeah, from 10 to 9, outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good, above average, average, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. All right. So I'm going to give it one final swig here. My final thoughts. All right. So, mm, it might be, it might not be. So, anyways, I'll top it up. Mm. This is Admiral Bayfield Colts by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Um, it's a good spring beer. It goes down smoothly. It reminds me a lot of OV. Um, reminds me like yeah, and it's a good back deck beer. Good spring summer beer. Expand on that. Mm, mm. Travis, I see you're watching. It's Admiral Bayfield Colch. Um, all right. So before I get into my rating, I'm going to say it's a good spring summer beer. Goes down smoothly. There's no info on the can, but that really the can looks like it was scribbled over in Sharpie, but at the last minute. I'm going to knock a few points off for that. Put some more imagination and thought into your cans. So, like you have, I know yeah. So, mm, all right. So I thought long and hard about this. What do we got here? Um, mm, mm, so, mm, mm, mm. Well, one of you were right. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. So it's a good beer. What does it say on here? Well executed. Read that. 7. Very good, well executed beer, but not quite good enough to buy again immediately. Well, you can buy it immediately, but like I said, it wasn't going to be a 9 or a 10, but 7 out of 10. So I'm going to let's see here. Um, hmm, all right. Let's see. Write a comment. 7. Nope. There we go. There we are. So 7 out of 10. Yeah, for Admiral Bayfield Colts by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario, Canada. Mm, mm. So yeah, it's a good spring summer beer, good back deck beer, goes down smoothly. Topping it up, but just put more thought into your can. So all right, mm, all right. So yeah, that goes there. All right, that goes back. 7 out of 10. There we go. And I'm being kind to it. I could have given it like a 6 or a 5, but my heart landed on 7 out of 10. So, and when I do these craft beer reviews, I just don't go, well, um, Admiral Bayfield Colts is a very, very highbrow, exquisite tasting. No, you know what? I went with my gut on it. And so, so there we go. All right. So I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to achieve it. That's by unknown. Again, I'll say this again. Judge your success and by what you had to give up in order you had to achieve it. So there we go. All right. Boom. Yeah. Okay. All right. Lots of likes and loves for that. So here we go. So yeah. Hmm. Mm. All right. So yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. Um, now I've been getting requests for t-shirts. Now, if you want it, all right. So if you guys listen up, if you guys want a t-shirt like mine, plain white one, or a baseball jersey, or one of the classic t-shirts, or you know what? Inbox me on Big Jim Blogcast Live 6.0 or my other profile page, Big Jim Blogcast Live, or my regular Facebook page, and tell me what design you want. They are $35. Uh, Shipping and handling is included. It'll take 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. You have money order, e-transfer, whatever. So yeah, there you go. All right. So like I said, if you want a t-shirt like mine, or like the baseball jersey, or a classic t-shirt, any design, just inbox me on my Big Jim Broadcast Live page. Um, and I will do my best to get that out to you. 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. $35. Shipping and handling is included. And yeah, so if you get a t-shirt from me, post it, wear it, post it, show me how much you like it. So there we go. All right. Boom. All right. So yeah. Mm, 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 mm. I think this cigar is done. Um, mm. Gonna open up another one here, like spare. There we go. Mm, oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, mm, all right. Mm. All right. So, yeah, say hello, Cactus Jack. All right. All right. So, yeah. Mm. And he's going to be with me all through 2024. So, he's my new sidekick. All right. So, yeah. And you will not see me next weekend. Um, you'll see me the following weekend after that. Not February 4th, but February 11th. So, all right. Mm. Okay. Mm. Mm. All right, people. That's it for me for this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 6.0, episode 278, Sunday, January 28th, 2024. We had our craft beer, Admiral Bayfield Colts by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario. 7 out of 10. Our birthday shout out Stephen Morrison, Keith Highgate, Denise Hudbanger, Paul Van Beers, Elise Brown, Donna Sherlock, Lisa King, Janine Babinen, Shannon McCreary, Eddie Bannigies, Heidi Jones, Dan Champagne, countdowns, local events. We did our cube time. All right. Um, all right. We did like Terminator 2, Judgment Day, TV's Flesh and Blood, our Darth Vader suit specs from Star Wars, our hockey card hero, Darren Helm, our classic game show host, Chuck Woolery, Little Caesar, This Week in Van Halen History. I've rated the beer 7 out of 10. Our inspirational motivational quote, judge your success and why and what you by what you had to give up in order to achieve it by unknown. Yeah. So once again, we're not spam Big Jit Broadcast Live. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms. There's your podcast too, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Podcast Live at youtube.com. Shows everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture retro classic nostalgia groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, hard rock, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Darth Vader, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubik's, right on. So, yeah, bongo solos. All right, Cactus Jack, we got him. Um, yeah, and I will see you the weekend after. Yeah, so all right, good cigar going on here. All right, yeah. All right. 7 out of 10 to um, Admiral Bayfield Kolsch by the Bayfield Brewing Company in Bayfield, Ontario. Once again, you guys got any complaints or compliments, call the hotline 1-800 triple X multi-X on your rotary or cell. Right on. And I will see you in February. Cheers, everyone. So, yeah.